But the state of hip hop now post beef, man, because I do feel, I know the last couple weeks or so, I've gone out of my way to stop listening to some of the beef tracks. And then like almost like over the conversation to a certain extent, even though we're here talking about it again, I understand the irony. But I think as far as like what I want to listen to, man, I feel a little deflated, right? Like it's almost to your point of like you having like a weekend, it's like a bender. I feel like the beef was like a bender, bro, because it was just a nonstop every fucking night. Like you gotta stay up till 1 a.m. to hear what this person said and what is academic saying. Like it was so intense for those 3 or 4 weeks that now I feel exhausted from it. But also like, all right, but then who do I listen to next? Like, what are your thoughts on the state of hip hop right now post beef?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, everything feels kind of trivial now after this coming out, because it feels like there's a huge world event and then someone sends you like a TikTok reel and you're like, yo, like shut the fuck up. There's something really taking place. That's how it feels when like artists are dropping in the midst of all this. And for that reason,
think about Gunna's album, like
Gunna's album gone for me, at least. Like I was done with it like the next day. And that's why I've been listening to other genres in the meantime, like anything but like house and stuff. And I think that's what's made it really difficult. Granted, there was a lot of good music recently that I missed that we can get into later, especially with Heat of the Week, but like Vince Staples and other stuff. But I'm back in that. Oh, Kate Shinoda, obviously. I'm back in that period now where I'm kind of cycling through artists that I do like that aren't as big and trying to find gems from albums I may not have listened to, because as of late it's been hard to really be invested in hip hop just because there's nothing of substance really coming out.
So what do you think is going to be the spark that kind of lights a fire under everyone's ass, right? Because it wasn't the beef, right? The beef lit a spark in like the listeners. But as far as like, I feel like we need a couple artists to just pop up and kind of just like take over, right? So, I mean, I don't think was it Tommy Richmond for $1 Million Baby? It might be him. It might be him. But then even that gets he's the only one. So it feels so oversaturated that you're like, bro, I don't even want to like this. You know, like, so it's tough, man. Like, so what do you think would be the spark, bro? Does it have to be like a new genre almost like in hip hop? Like, is it going to be like this country hip hop shit that I think a couple people are trying to do? Like, it's tough. Like, again, I'm not asking you. I don't know if you have the answer, but I'm trying to think out loud. Like, it's tough to kind of see, because I feel like, to your point, I think we're all like exhausted of the New York drill shit, or the New York A Boogie singing rap shit. I think we're exhausted of the Gunna Little Baby all sounding the same on their songs kind of thing. Every Future song sound the same. I don't think anyone takes Playboi Carti serious enough. And we already got a Travis Scott album a year ago. So I don't think we're going to get another one this year, right? And fucking Kid Cudi's a weirdo. So I don't even know where we're going to get the concert we want, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're just going to, like for the time being, it's just going to be a lot of these little subgenres within hip hop popping up, like Tommy Richmond, Cash Cobain from New York. Like those beats are trending, so now everyone wants to make their own like Cash Cobain type thing, which kind of just sounded like all the Jersey club shit that like has already been here for a couple of years now. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be these subgenres, and unfortunately none of these guys are like mega star material like a Kendrick or Drake. So I feel like it's gonna be these kind of money grab situations, or just like TikTok luck, until an artist that's really invested in the long term pops up. But I don't even know who that could be at this point.
Who that can be. And then to your point earlier, bro, I feel like we're gonna get lucky with a couple like songs on TikTok that go viral and we do genuinely like it. But bro, it's even that is like, we're gonna be lucky if we get a single here and there. You know? Like, I think it's very much like the days of the albums, going back to our interview with Wes, bro, like, I think the days of the albums might be done, bro. Like, and like, only because I don't really know any other artists besides. I mean, we'll throw J. Cole in the mix because I think people are coming around on him a little bit because they understand that he chose peace for a reason. But I think besides J. Cole, Kendrick, obviously Drake, Tyler the Creator, I'll put in that mix. Who's really trying to give us a cohesive body of work, right? Like, I don't even think. I mean, maybe this is blasphemous, but I don't even think Travis Scott is, bro. To be honest. Like, maybe he is. Maybe I'm crazy for that take, but I don't know, bro. Like, it just feels like a little
after
all over
losing the Grammy, probably not.
Right? And you think Utopia was a cohesive body of work? I mean, I think he was definitely trying to make a sound. Yeah,
but then again, like, if you like rearrange the whole tracking list, like, not really, because it could fit. So. Yeah, I don't know if it was too crazy cohesive.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing cohesive about it to me was that it was clear he was trying to sound like Kanye.
Yeah, trying to sound like Kanye, or at least make everything just like experimental and kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah. But if you're reading a book and it's 19 weird chapters, it doesn't mean it's a good weird book. It's just it's a bad book. You know, again, not that Utopia was bad, bro, but I'm just trying to say, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who we could trust to give us a cohesive, like, yo, you gotta listen to this from 1 to 14. Like, that's sad, bro, because I feel like what we do. We have this podcast because of moments like that in the past where, bro, I still remember when Cudi dropped his first album, Man on the Moon. I remember like listening from 1 to 13, like, bro, this is insane, right? Like, I don't think those days of hip hop are coming back, bro. Or at least there's no reason for artists in this current landscape to even strive for that, right? Because that doesn't seem like a viable means to success anymore.
I mean, wasn't that, now that I think about it though, wasn't that the case before? Like, most artists wouldn't release like one album every year. I feel like at some point, like, we just got accustomed to so many mixtapes and albums that I think our expectation, or the bar has been set so low for albums. Whereas like when Kendrick or J. Cole release an album, there's definitely like some sort of story or concept, even if it's not like the best ever. At least you could tell they tried to put together a project. But then like a lot of these like Lils or mumble rappers or whatever you want to call them will release like 2 albums a year, just like a bunch of throwaway singles. And I think we kind of forget that, like, oh, we do have to wait for the Kid Cudis and Drakes and stuff. Well, maybe not Drake in this example, but the Kid Cudis and Kendricks and stuff. We have to wait like 2 or 3 years to get another good project.
Yeah, for sure. But it just feels like at some point they're gonna stop dropping too, right? Like, for us to think that they're gonna keep dropping every year or 2 years at this stage of their career, when they're already kind of hinting at trying to back out of everything, just seems. I'll throw 21 Savage. I think 21 Savage puts out good albums. But again, the cohesive message is that he wants to kill you and you're a pussy, right? Like, it's not like something you're sitting down and like, oh my God, like, I'm so glad I heard this today. So it's and
there's always one song in there where he's like, oh, you know, I lived a dark life and please forgive me and I can change my ways and shit. Next song, back to I want to shoot you in the face.
Pussy.
Eat your children. Pussy.
Yeah. I hate that we're at this point. Again, I know hip hop evolves and we're gonna have to evolve as listeners, but it just seems odd that, you know, we're going on almost 2 years of this conversation, right? With moments of like, oh wow, okay, that was nice, right? Like, I think we had a moment last year with For All the Dogs or Kendrick Lamar. It's like, oh, okay, J. Cole at the start, like, but like, for the most part, bro, I feel like these from 2022 till now, dude, it feels like a lot of like, where is it? You know what I mean? Like, where's the music, bro?